been in Las Vegas the past few days, and while I was there, I went and saw Penn and Teller, who are these very entertaining magicians. And besides being entertaining magicians, they throw in a little bit of political humor. One of the things they were poking fun at is how the heightened security at the airport. So I was telling my daughter about it the next morning because she didn't go to the show. And I'm retelling their joke. And one of the things, I point out to her is, do you want your rights or do you want safety? And she jumped on it. She said, I want safety, because she has grown up in the after effects of 911. And of course, her age group, probably not just her, are very much aware of terrorism and the effects that it can have. I grew up in a day human rights were extremely important. That was the priority. Do you want your human rights or would you want your safety? I remember when I was in my early 20s, I used to hang out with a friend who was very much involved with bikers, and she would give me little tips on how you can tell if your phone is tapped, which of course would have never crossed my mind. But that is an invasion of privacy, and yet we get on cell phones all the time, and any of our conversations, on cell phones, any of our conversations that are tweeted or Facebooked or right now can all be monitored. There's definitely a dwindling of our rights that is happening, and there's also a heightened consensus among at least the younger generation that that's all right. One of the things that was pointed out to me was that it seemed that the credits on the new Michael album lists a lot of the songs. It says recorded by Michael Durham Prince and background vocals Misha. And many of the songs, it doesn't even list Michael Jackson as vocals on it. So I started just going off on a tangent. It took me to Tupac, and I got to thinking that if the music industry has been cashing in on his material after he's dead in a way that wasn't authorized, is it possible that that could be something Michael Jackson, if he really is still alive, is trying to prove with his own catalog of music? And I've never been one to feed into corporate greed being behind his death. Leaving Las Vegas, there was snow on the ground. That's how cold it was, and I just wanted to share that with you. Coming into our house, the heat hasn't been on for, 3-4 days. Freezing, I'm telling you, it was freezing. I was bundled up, even more bundled up than what I am now. But to see snow on the ground in the desert as you leave Las Vegas was pretty cool.